Okay, now to compare the bigger manifolds. These are definitely in a different class. They're all about the same height, so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. These should be pretty good. I'm betting, man, on the dyno, this one's going to be the one that wins it all. But we'll go through them. This is a Holley 300-110. I get asked a lot, why didn't you do a Holley strip dominator in this deal? Because this is the better version, the Keith Thornton version, I guess it's called. Because I didn't have one, no customer ordered one. And also this one was closest to these, especially that one. So I thought, and why not? Plus the customer sent it in for me to port. So we'll go through it and go through all the measurements. This is the TrickFlow R. This is brand new from TrickFlow. You'll notice a very close similarity to this 300-110. Very close. And this is the Edelbrock. Let me find it there. There you go. And the 2892. So let's get started. This is the Holley 300-110. It measures plenum depth is 4.5 inches. So does the TrickFlow R is 4.5. Here's the catch. The Edelbrock is 4.25. It's a 1/4 inch shorter. And I'm like, nah, look at it. It's because it dropped its base and it's sitting on its base. It's actually shorter as far as the depth of the plenum than the rest of them. Runner length on this Holley 300-110 is 5.26. That's pretty short. Compared to the TrickFlow is 5.43. The Edelbrock's definitely the longer one, probably going to win, 5.92. The cross-sectional area on this at the opening, let me just bring out my old handy so you can see a better shot of what I'm talking about, because you're fixing to see something else in a minute. There you go. You can see how the R-puttings are. The opening area right here is about the same as the second one. And that measures 4.28. But take a close look at this. Now let's go to the TrickFlow. It looks almost identical. Like, no, it doesn't. It looks like what they did is they took this one, which now the light's not on it, you can't see it. They pretty much just ported this one, these outside ones. Because look how much different it is. So this one's looks slightly ported from this. I'll just keep carrying the light back and forth. Look at that. That's that. Looks like you slightly port that inside one and you get that. But you really port the outside one and you get that. Because I think that maybe they started with this and started porting with this and then created this. This outside runner's area is so much larger than the other ones as far as the opening. It's dramatically different. Now, it does give better line of sight, but here's what I got. The outside area on this one is 5.28. This one measures for cross-sectional opening area. The inside measured 3.73. Huge difference. And this was 4.28. And that was measuring the outside one. The inside one was slightly smaller, but I feel like putting it in. And I mean, it's probably like, I think it was, so this was 4.28 on the outside. The inside was like 4.1. Not that. This is a huge difference. And I checked and double checked. And you can kind of see, look how far up high this is compared to that. And look at the width. See how much wider it is than that? It's definitely noticeable. There's no way around it, especially on the height-wise. They've also, looks like they brought this part out. In other words, they ported this and moved this way in, so you get more area here. We'll see what happens. I bought this with my own money. They didn't donate or nothing in this. I have a feeling this one's going to be the one that's, if I was to guess of the three, it's going to finish dead last. But that's why we test. Then on to our Edelbrock. This is, let me move the light over. The Edelbrock Super Victor 2. You can see it's really nice. Nice stuff there. Its cross-sectional area is 4.33, which is only slightly larger than that. Opening area anyway. Now the exits, by the way, this was 2.36. This is the smallest one. This 300-110, its opening is close to a 12. It's slightly bigger than 1205. Both the TrickFlow and the Edelbrock are almost exactly 1206. It's like they've been, this one's actually been CNC port matched from the factory to a 1206 with some heavy radius. So you really don't need port match. Kind of do. You got to blend in that CNC marks. So you still need some work. This one's as cast, and it's pretty close. Anyway, that's these three. This one's very odd. Of the three, this is my prediction, you can say, you're an idiot. Winner, second, last. Just got a feeling. By the way, the heads are actually smaller than a 1206, so these two are actually going to be bigger than them. Eventually, the head's going to get ported and all this stuff will get tested again. We'll see if it makes any difference. Let's go to the last set of 3 intakes, just the Hurricanes.